Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to everyone. My name is Nurin Irdina, and together with my group members, we have Balkis, Aira, Atif, Puja, Patricia, Aidam, and also Hidayah. We will be presenting on empowering your mind, building resilience and well-being through counseling. In our daily life, we face stress, academic pressure, and also emotional challenges. This highlights the importance of mental health, which is just as essential as physical health. Strong mental well being allows us to manage our emotions, make better decisions, and maintain healthy relationships with other people. To cope with life challenges, we need resilience, which is the ability to adapt, to recover, to grow, and also to bounce back from difficulties. One of the most effective ways to build resilience and enhance well-being is through counseling, which provides supports, guidance, and strategies to understand and manage our feelings and behavior. In these presentations, we will explore the three main concepts, which is well-being, resilience, and how counseling can strengthen both. So the flow of our presentation will be explaining the well-being, explaining the resilience, discuss the role of counseling, explain active listening, share coping strategies, talk about building self-awareness, and also lastly, to conclude with key takeaways. Thank you, that is all from me, and let's begin.
Hi, my name is Nirbatisha Mimi, and I will continue with explaining what well-being is. Firstly, the definition of well-being. Well-being is basically our overall physical, mental, and emotional health. It shows how balanced and satisfied we feel in our daily life. Next, the components of well-being. Firstly, emotional well-being is about how we manage our emotion and the stress and stay positive. Second, physical well-being includes things like eating healthy, getting enough sleep, and exercise regularly. Third, social well-being focuses on our relationship, the support we get from others, and feeling like we belong. And mental well-being is about our mindset, our thought, and how well we cope with challenge. Well-being is important because when our well-being is good, we live a happier and more balanced life. Next, we feel more confident, more productive, and emotionally stable. It also helps improve stronger relationship and make better decisions. A simple example of well-being in real life is if someone exercises daily, they have more energy and feel better.
Hi, my name is Irani. For my part, I will explain about understanding resilience. Resilience means our ability to bounce back from challenges, adapt to difficulties, and continue moving forward even life becomes stressful. It doesn't mean we never face problems. It means we learn how to handle them in a healthy and positive way. Being resilient doesn't mean we avoid problems. It means we have the capacity to bounce back, grow, and move forward after setbacks. People who are resilient usually have a few key traits. First, they are optimistic. Second one is they are flexible when things don't go as planned. And the third one is they use good problem solving skills to overcome challenges. A simple example is a student who fails in their midterm exam, test, and so on. Instead of giving up, they change their study habit, seek helps, and put in more effort. When their results improve in the final, that is resilience in action. Resilience matters because it helps us manage stress better and protects our mental well-being. As Nelson Mandela said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela himself was a South African leader who spent 27 years in prison fighting for equality. Yet, he came out stronger and became a global symbol of resilience. His life perfectly reflects the meaning of rising after falling.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Atifki. So today I will be present about role of counselling in mental health. So what is counselling? Counselling is a professional relationship where a trained counsellor help individual manage emotional, psychological and everyday life challenge. It provides a safe and confidential space for people to share their feelings without being judged. So, counselling plays an important role in mental health because it helps us understand our thoughts, emotion and behavior more clearly. Through this process, people gain healthier coping skills, reduce stress, and improve their overall well-being. So there are also different counseling techniques used to support individuals. One example is cognitive behavioral therapy, which is CBT, which help replace negative thinking pattern with more positive action. Another common method is talk therapy, where open conversation allows people to reflect on their experience and begin the healing process. This technique aims to build personal resilience and promote long-term mental health. Most importantly, seeking counseling should never be seen as a sign of weakness. It shows strength and the willingness to improve. When someone faces emotional or mental struggle, getting professional support early can help them recover and prevent the issue from becoming more serious. Counseling truly helps people move forward towards a healthier and happier life. So that's all from my part.
Hi, let's dive into what active listening in counseling really looks like. It's not just there sitting and nodding, it's a full intentional focus on the client's words, emotions, and even the things they don't even say. So, when we talk about active listening, we are talking about a skill that doesn't just hear the client, it supports their healing. For instance, imagine a client walking into the room looking defeated. They just sit down and say, I'm just tired of everything. Active listening means the counselor doesn't rush to give advice. Instead, they slow down and tune in. They might say, it sounds like you've been carrying a lot for a long time, and it's starting to wear you out. That simple reflection is powerful. Carl Rogers' research shows that when a client genuinely feel understood, their emotional defenses drop. They feel seen, they feel safe, and that's when real communication begins.
Hi, my name is Patricia. I'm going to explain about coping mechanism. So, coping strategies are way we manage stress and emotion. So, this include mindfulness, relaxationist, and problem-solving skill. So, it helps us to stay calm and focused during any difficult situation. So some of the simple techniques are deep breathing, journaling, and progressive muscle relaxation, where the deep breathing helps us to reduce anxiety, journaling helps us to express our feeling, and muscle relaxation helps us to release body tension. So when we practice this regularly, we can control our emotion better, and this helps us to become more mentally strong and resilient.
Hi, my name is Adam Stakib. So today I want to talk about self-awareness. Self-awareness means understanding our own emotion, thought and behavior. So why is it important? It is important for resilience because being self-aware helps us notice what causes stress and control our reactions better. Then we can develop self-awareness through journaling, meditation or getting feedback from others. Journaling helps us reflect on our feelings and thoughts. Meditation allows us to focus and understand our mind better. And getting feedback from others shows us how our action affect people around us. Finally, counseling helps us build self-awareness by giving guidance and support to understand ourselves more clearly, so we can become more resilient.
Hi, I am Tuan Hidayah. Lastly, I am going to conclude with some recap of the main points discussed in this presentation. We talked about the fact that we need to take care of our overall well-being and why such an important skill as resilience is so important in our life. We also examined the role of counseling in assisting people to overcome difficulties, emotional regulation, and the development of more productive thinking styles. On our journey, we had the opportunity to acquire a number of practical skills such as coping skills and self-awareness, which can make us more resilient. Regarding what we can learn out of this session, keep in mind that we should not be ashamed to seek help. It is a sign of our strength. When you get too overwhelmed, it is worth calling a counselor. Stick with the coping strategies you have learned and still develop self-knowledge. These little measures are really capable of making you feel better. I would like to conclude the conclusion with, no matter what challenges you face, you have the power to grow stronger through resilience and support. Thank you.